Who's educating your child? We know that a student entering school in kindergarten will be in class with teachers for over 10,000 hours by the time they graduate in high school. Who is it that's going to be pouring into your children for the next 10,000 hours?
The number one reason that I teach at Trinity Oaks is to point students to Christ. Words matter, and being able to articulate God's truth to students is a huge reason why I work at TOCA.
Having our children hear in school and learn in school what they're learning in our own home and what they're learning at church is critical.
The biggest difference is being able to teach the whole child. I don't have to leave that spiritual aspect out anymore.
With the teachers here, I definitely feel a closer relationship than you would feel at a public school.
It's very powerful to see all these teachers actually caring for you and wanting you to succeed in life.
I've had the opportunity to know several students over the period of multiple years, and it's been incredible to see how God has continued to grow and equip them into the young men and women that they are being created to be.
I feel more attached and comfortable with them, coming up to them with any questions I have, even outside of school.
Being here, you're constantly talking about the Bible and your faith. I've really grown spiritually with my classmates and with the teachers.
So why a Christian school? Why Christian teachers? In a classroom, more is caught than taught, and students become like their teacher.
It doesn't guarantee that they're going to have a relationship with Christ, but it takes out so much of the world's noise and conflict.
As much as a parent would like to debrief and have to unteach and reteach every night at home, there's no way they can know all the stuff that their students have been absorbing day to day in a classroom.
We know they're being supported here in the same way that if we were teaching here, we would do with other parents' children.
So we desire to partner with parents and the home to help students grow up to be the young men and women who will become champions for Christ in the world for this next generation.
You don't get this at public school. You don't get this anywhere else. You don't get your teachers asking, "Hey, what's up? Are you okay? You got any prayer requests?"
It's just a safe environment for me to worship and just believe in God here.
They are really hands-on and they really want to grow with you and help teach you how to love God and love others.
I always feel so safe here.
We had been here when they were little in preschool and pre-kindergarten, and I thought that was it for our experience with TOCA, but God had bigger plans for that.
We really take time out of our day, making sure that everyone knows that they're cared for in this environment.
And we're excited to be back. It's been one of the best things that we've ever done.
We all have our special talents and gifts, but we all are part of one family, and that when we work together, we can do amazing things.
All the staff and faculty working at Trinity Oaks are always so kind and caring, and they always have a smile on their face.
I like playing with all my school friends that I make here.
My favorite thing about TOCA is gym.
Same.
I only just like lunch.
We were looking for another alternative to the public school system. We were both raised in Christian households. We have a Christian family, raising our kids with Christian values and finding increasingly at odds with many of the things we were experiencing in the public school system.
The kids right now, they aren't the future, they definitely are the now, and so to find a school that could support them spiritually but also academically is something that our family was really looking for.
The idea of not wanting to shelter our kids from the world. We'd always been in the public school system, felt like we were a good witness and presence there. Our move was more based for educational reasons.
We are vigorously academic, and by that we mean that we are helping each child learn to the best of their ability and helping them use the gifts that God has given them.
Our kids were not getting a really solid education in the way we would have hoped, really asking ourselves are we doing the best by our own kids in terms of stewarding their education?
Our students at the elementary and junior high level are scoring at or above the 85th percentile on nationally normed tests.
The academic rigor of TOCA is, for us, it's a selling point. The major selling point is the biblical worldview, but you can't sleep on academics here.
Every single one of our high school students has been accepted into their first or second choice college or university, which means for us that we are preparing them academically for what's to come.
There seems to be this persistent thought out there that a small school can't turn out kids like that, and it's just not true. Our kids are testament to that, and so are all the kids that they went to school with.
I personally was thinking we're coming more for the education specifically, but the reality is there's a wonderful community here.
Something we told our son when he moved in high school from public school into private school, and something that we really appreciate about this school is that how and when issues arise, how they're handled.
You can't have too many positive, like-minded voices that share the same values you do, as far as I'm concerned, speaking into your kids' lives. And that's really where I think the school shines more than anything. And the reality is the teachers want to be here.
You're not going to be ostracized at school. You are safe here. You are safe to ask your questions. You are safe to be a bold Christian.
You don't just decide to come to a school like this. You're kind of called here. It's a calling for the faculty. And what are they called to? To invest in the students and in our kids.
The community at Trinity Oaks is extremely established. The opportunities that the school creates allowed for our family to get connected really fast. We have some of our dearest friends that we've made just in the last 2 years where we can't imagine doing life without them. They're just a gift, and I believe that Trinity Oaks actually created that for us.
The heart change that we've seen in our kids, it is a vastly different mental focus in comparison to what I see a typical student their age focused on.
When they came in freshman year, they had amazing teachers and older boys that were seniors that really spoke into their life that we had been praying for and craving, and it's truly made a difference in their lives, which means it's made a difference in our home.
Because of the co-op that we have had with Westminster and doing baseball, it's given me the opportunity to play sports through high school, which originally I wasn't going to be able to get to do.
I'm on the Trinity Oaks basketball team, and it's a great experience. You get to learn competitiveness, and at the same time humility and hard work.
I also am able to coach here.
Almost like a family where you're discipling your kids with the teacher.
Well, we're talking about teaching girls volleyball skills. We're also talking about, while you're becoming a volleyball star, don't forget to shine your light for Christ too.
They're wonderful coaches, and they teach me to try harder and really learn to be a better person.
But more than just teaching them academic knowledge, we want them to know and understand that all truth is God's truth. There's not a square inch of the universe where God doesn't declare, "This is mine."
We feel known and seen, and the fact that they pray over all of us is incredible.
We want our students to know and understand that God created this wonderful, beautiful universe for us to enjoy, but also to learn more about who He is and how we can live a life that glorifies Him.
It's a great thing. I'm loving it here.
It's just been a really good experience so far.
The vision of Trinity Oaks Christian Academy is to equip the next generation with wisdom, knowledge, and character in order to impact the world for Christ with servants' hearts.